U.S. appeals court has spoken.
It's the kind of decision that makes sense.
Even though the marijuana industry is federally illegal, workers in Colorado's marijuana industry are protected by the Fair Labor Standards Act.
It makes no sense for an employer to garner huge profits and yet not have to pay its workers consistent with other industries.
A security company called Helix felt differently. Back in 2017, Helix refused to pay one of its employees for overtime. Overtime he worked as a security guard for clients in the marijuana industry. The company didn't think it would go anywhere. After all, the whole industry is illegal.
That's an unfair competitive edge, and quite frankly, it's unfair to the people who work in the marijuana industry.
Well, a panel of judges for the 10th Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals agreed with legal expert Scott Robinson. The employee sued, and Friday, he won.
I'm always kind of cautiously optimistic. I find that we have a long way to go. But
Dougie Maloney has worked in the marijuana industry for 7 years.
Most recently, I read that 200,000 people work in the cannabis industry, so that's a lot of us.
He says Friday's court ruling is good for everyone in the industry.
Well, they legitimately work hard, so I don't see why it should be treated any different.
After Friday, it shouldn't be.
I think if we want to be a legitimate business industry, then we should play by all the same rules that other legitimate federally recognized businesses do.
Some people in the marijuana industry feel this ruling adds legitimacy to what they do. Dougie Maloney, who just spoke there, called it just another step toward legalization, which ultimately is what a lot of people are after in this industry.